Hello all, welcome to Pamita AI World. My name is Pamita Singh Kandari. So friends, in our last video, where were we? We were at, I was describing you the supervised learning algorithm, and I was telling you that two type of problems we solve with the help of supervised learning algorithm. And I showed you what are those two type of problems. Fine. So I told you one is regression and one is classification. And in regression I told you that it contains continuous values. Fine. For example, weather prediction or stock prediction type of problems can be solved with the help of regression algorithm. Fine. And we were at classification, and suddenly my camera got stopped due to technical error, and I could not teach you or could not end my video with a proper ending. So here today I am describing you what is classification. So we will continue from it. So friends, first of all, I thought while watching my last video, I thought many of you would not understand what is regression and what is classification. Fine. So I thought first I'll tell you the definition of these two terms, what is regression and what is classification, because many of you, I think, who are not from technical background or who did not study the maths or statistics in their graduation or in their 12th exams, they would have forgotten it, or they would not known what is the regression and classification. So here I have wrote it down, the definition of classification and regression. So what is regression? Regression means it predicts the continuous output. Continuous output, like I told you, it contains continuous value. Fine. It predicts the continuous output variables based on the independent input variables. Fine. So variables means variables is like which contains values which can be changed. Fine. Variables contain some value or data which can be changed. Fine. That is called variables. Variables, you can say variables means variation, or variation means change. So this way you can understand. So variable based on the independent input variable. What is independent input variable? That variable, input variable, which does not depend on the another output variable or another variable, whose value does not change on another variable. For example, prediction of house prices. Fine. House prices prediction is based on the different parameters, like house age. Like suppose you are going to purchase a house, you are going to a broker and you asked him, show me one house which we can bought. Fine. So he will take you to some colonies and will show you that house is of 2 months old, okay, newly built. That house of 1 year old, 2 year old. Based on the timing of building of that house, price would get changed. Fine. So what is dependent variable? Price of house is a dependent variable. Fine. Why it is dependent variable? Dependent variable. Why we are saying dependent variable? Because its value is getting changed based on the age of house. So age of house is independent input variable. Fine. It is independent variable. Fine. So this type of thing, what happened in regression. So this is the definition of regression. It predicts the continuous output variable. Fine. So what is output variable? Output means end result. So end result is our house price. Fine. So it is output variable. And what are independent input variable? Age, house, distance from the main road. Fine. The house who is who is having distance from main road, that also affects the it affects the output variable price, house price. Fine. So that is the best example of regression. Fine. And now comes to classification. What is classification? It predicts the class of the data set based on the independent input variable. Fine. Here what is the main difference? Here it was just telling, in a regression it was just predicting. Fine. It was just predicting the continuous output variable based on the independent variable. Fine. But here what is happening? It predicting the class. That is the main difference between regression and classification. Classification predicts class, and regression predicts continuous output variable. You can understand this thing in a very simplest way. Classification predicts class of the data set, and regression predicts the output variable, continuous output variable of the data set. Fine. This way, this is the short definition you can understand. So what is the example of data classification? Another things are same like regression, but only difference is it predicts the class of the data set based on the independent input variable. Fine. Here what was predicting regression? Here it was predicting only continuous output variable. Fine. Here it was predicting the class of the data set based on the independent input variable. So what is the example of it? Example is image of an animal is a cat or dog. So what is the classification here? Machine would tell using the classification algorithm that this is a cat and this is a dog, and it comes under the class of animal. Fine. Another example is if there was bird, sparrow or parrot. This example would come under the class of birds. Fine. This cat and dog comes under the class of four-legged animals. So this type of classes classification algorithm predicts. Fine. Using the algorithm. Okay. So what is algorithm? Algorithm is like training model, and we provide training. And who provide training model? While data scientists and or artificial intelligence engineers or data deep learning engineers, they provide the training model to build their algorithm, and to check that accuracy of that particular algorithm, we data scientists or artificial engineers use different types of statistic parameters. Fine. To check that accuracy of algorithm, and if that accuracy is corrected, our training model data set is fine. We can deploy it in the end of the process of building model, or during the time of deployment, we can deploy it in the machine. So this is the simple definition of a classification and regression. So what are the algorithm used in different algorithm is used in regression algorithm. So what are those algorithm? Algorithm are: number 1, logistic regression. Number 2, KNN neighbors. Number 3, support vector machine, also called SVM in short. Number 4, Naive Bayes theorem. Fine. Number 5, decision tree classification. Number 6, random forest classification. So these 6 are the algorithm which is used under the classification algorithm. So this comes under classification algorithm. This thing comes under classification algorithm. Fine. This comes under classification algorithm. And for regression we can use, fine, for regression we can use, number 1, algorithm we can use in regression, algorithm. Number 1, linear regression. Linear regression. Number 2, multiple regression. Multiple linear regression. Fine. Number 3, polynomial regression. Number 4, support vector regression. Support vector regression. Number 5, decision tree regression. Fine. And number 6, random forest regression. So 6 algorithms of regression and 6 algorithm of classifications are used in building the training model in machine learning. So these 6 are the main important topics which we will cover in our machine learning syllabus in upcoming videos, and we will discuss all these things in details. Fine. So you just have to remember and remember this definition with an example. If that comes in your classes, in your exams of college, or in your interviewer ask what is classification, what is regression in data science. So you just tell them that definition with an example, and if they will ask what are the algorithm used in regression under supervised learning, so tell them these 6 types of algorithm used in regression analysis. Fine. Regression algorithms, these 6 types of algorithm is used in supervised learning algorithm. Fine. Problems comes under, if with the help of these 2 things, problems can be solved under supervised learning algorithm. Fine. With the help of these subtypes of algorithms. Fine. Just remember these 6 things or 12 things combinedly. This is the thing. Now we will come to unsupervised learning. What is unsupervised learning? We understood what is supervised learning in detail. Now comes to unsupervised learning. What is unsupervised learning? Unsupervised learning. That unsupervised learning I will tell you in our next video, because this video is quite lengthy. It is already taken 14 minutes or 13 minutes in the video. So that is it for today, and tomorrow we will learn the unsupervised learning, and we will learn how that unsupervised learning let the machine how in unsupervised learning we provide the unlabeled data and build the logic or build the algorithm. With an example we will understand unsupervised learning, and we will see also what kinds of algorithms are used in unsupervised learning, like what we see in the supervised learning. Fine. With an example we will see all that in our next upcoming video, which will come tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and if you like it, please like and subscribe, and if you liked it, please if you want to give any feedback or for improvement, or if you like the video, please give any suggestion in the comment section. Fine. And if you have any problem while reading all these things or my previous video, you can write that problem also, and I will try to solve this problem with certain interval of time when I will be free. Fine. So thanks a lot for watching my channel. Dhanyavad.